Hey Moon Babes, ready to continue the natal chart series where I'm specifically talking about each of the 12 houses on your birth chart and what they mean, what they can indicate for you in life. So let's get into it. Today we're talking about the third house. The third house is ruled by Gemini. Gemini is a mutable air sign that is ruled by the planet of Mercury. I'm sure you've heard of Mercury retrograde. Let me explain what Mercury is all about outside of the retrograde because that's not all that is there to our homegirl Mercury. Mercury is the planet of tech, travel, and communication. So anything that is related to traveling and communicating ties back to Mercury energy. Some things that I can tell about you from your third house placement are how you are with your siblings, if you have siblings at all. If you don't have siblings, or let's just say you have a question about friendships, I can look at your third house and see where pitfalls or superpowers come from when it comes to casual relationships with siblings or friends specifically. Your Mercury placement itself tends to indicate how you prefer to communicate, both giving and receiving communication, but your third house can also shed some insight on that area as well. The third house is not directly about career or finance related goals. However, I might look at your third house to see how well you might communicate in a work environment. A real life example of this is, let's say you book a reading with me, you sit down and you're like, okay, I really want to take my real estate career to the next level. What is going to help me? Let's say I look at your third house and I see you have, I don't know, a Taurus placement or some sort of positive aspect with the 10th house or something like that. I might look at that placement and say, okay, you're going to have to push yourself to network a little bit more because you do have something in this house. And now you need to learn how to leverage that Gemini trait of being a good networker. I know that Gemini energy often gets this like bad rap for being gossipy, but if you look on the flip side or the opposite end of that spectrum, someone who can go from person to person and connect the dots, that's a networker, that's a pollinator, that's somebody who is very thoughtful and insightful as to how they can connect people who have similar goals or are needing strategy or needing help in some way. They're just very good networkers. And so the third house can also talk about how to leverage networking or how to overcome obstacles when it comes to networking with others. Anywho, this video is a little bit longer than what I anticipated it being, but let me know in the comments if you have a third house placement and I will do my best to interpret just a little bit. Just as a reminder, I'm not looking at your entire birth chart, so take what I say with a grain of salt because I'm looking at a very isolated aspect of your chart.